Hi, I'm Deanna Shore and I work in the Big Finish warehouse.
Hi, I'm Emily Davis and I'm the Executive Assistant here at Big Finish. You're joining us today at our office and warehouse, and myself and my colleague over here are going to be talking about International Women's Day. And we quite often get asked, what do you do at Big Finish? I'm Executive Assistant, and that role really can mean anything from sort of everyday administration and business support through to anything the leadership team need in order to get these amazing things made. So I have done everything from dying in a spaceship crash to digging a World War I trench in our boss's back garden. That's not every day though. It is mostly administration and finance. What about you, Deanna?
Yes, so me and my team, when the stock comes into the warehouse, we unpack it, we put it all on the shelves, we make sure everything's there, and then when someone orders from the website, we pick it, pack it, and make sure it gets sent out.
So you're pretty important in actually getting the goods to the people.
Yeah, definitely play a big part there.
I was asked a question recently at a convention about what my favourite part of working for Big Finish is. And it was kind of hard to answer, really, because, it's a great job. We have a great team. Not only the guys here in the warehouse who are all hiding behind boxes at the moment, but, the wider team, our writers, all of our contributors, it really does feel like a team. And although there are, quite a lot of people I don't get to see very often, it is really sort of a team feel. I have also been asked, again, at the convention, what most surprised me about working for Big Finish. And I think, honestly, it's how much responsibility I feel to the fans, because the work we do, it's audio, it's fun, but it actually really means a lot to people. It's really important to them. So you feel quite a lot of responsibility to make sure that, all of the things we look after, we're really doing the right thing for, and that we do tell the best stories we can. Because, as I say, the amount of people that have come up to me at events and conventions and said, how important it is that they have access to those stories, because, they care.
Yeah.
And because they care, we care.
Yeah, and there's only so much of the Doctor Who TV series, so to open up a whole new world of audiobooks, I think is really, really good.
Yeah, I'd agree with that. So one of the reasons that we're actually having this chat today is because of International Women's Day. And that is something which is very close to my heart. I celebrate because I am so proud of where we've got to, but not only here but all around the world there's a lot of work still to do. And it's about amplifying women's voices and allowing those who are able to speak at this point to have the platform to do so, and those who don't yet have that platform to be able to move them closer to it. So it's something that's always been very important to me personally. I've got a family full of very strong women. My great aunt Frida, bit of a mouthful there. To us she was Auntie B, but she was a pioneer in the development of neuropsychiatry, and there's actually a prize still given in her name. But she was just Auntie B. But she was an absolutely amazing woman, and a lot of her work came about after the Second World War, and she was studying missile wounds to the brain and of servicemen who'd been injured in action, and how this had changed their behaviours. But, not only was this amazing pioneering research, but she actually deeply cared about each of her subjects. It was more about the person behind the research. And she stayed in contact with many of them throughout their lives and indeed throughout her life. There's a plaque dedicated to her at St Hugh's College in Oxford, and over 100 ex-servicemen turned up when it was unveiled.
That's amazing.
And I'm so lucky that, to have people like that in my family. So International Women's Day is something I really fully support?
Yeah, with me, there is still such a divide in genders. And International Women's Day is not only to celebrate all of the successes that women have had in the past, but also to continue fighting for equality. And I am so lucky to have the friends and family that I do. I have so many amazing, strong women in my life. And just seeing them overcome their struggles and deal with stuff that they're still dealing with, it's just inspiring, really. And they help me as much as I help them.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, it's just amazing to see. I'm so proud of everyone that I know.
And it's great that Big Finish are also supporting, that. I think our 8th of March releases have been fantastic so far.
Yeah,
and I'm really looking forward to hearing the latest one.
Yeah, me too.
There's actually a release that's just been announced, and it's the 10th Doctor Chronicles, with Jacob Dudman as the 10th Doctor. And I'm really excited for it because when I was reading the synopsis, it said, the Doctor fights aliens with suffragettes. I mean, come on.
Oh, hell yeah.
Yeah, I am ready for that. Yeah. I am ready for that release. I think that's going to be absolutely awesome. So that's something upcoming. It is announced on the website. No
spoilers.
Yeah, no spoilers. No spoilers. But yeah, that's something I'm very excited for.
Yeah. We have an amazing team here. The ladies we work with, some of them have been through a lot of struggles, like very hard struggles since I've been here. And the way they've dealt with it and carried on is amazing. And the way that we all support each other and can go to each other when we need to is just, it's really good. There's such a tight-knit team here, and I really appreciate it.
I second that completely. Like I said sort of earlier on, people often talk about, the team, but we actually are a team. Yeah. We are always all pulling in the same direction, trying to do the best work we can do, but also support each other as human beings, which is important. We are not just numbers, we are free people.
Yeah, it's definitely the most close-knit team that I've ever worked with in any job. It's just really, really lovely to be part of the community.
Yeah. When I started working for Big Finish, nearly 9 years ago, I was only supposed to be here as a temp. I was just going to be here for sort of 8 months. I was going to be going and doing something else. But because of that sense of community and that sense of teamwork, and I just never left. And 9 years on, I'm still here and, still just as happy as I was when I made the decision. Actually, I think this is the place for me.
Yeah.
And you came in a similar way, didn't you?
Yeah, we have the same roots there, because I came in as a temp worker. I was only supposed to be here for 2 weeks, and then these guys decided they liked me so much that they would keep me around for a bit, so...
Yeah, refused to let her leave. That's totally true.
And I'm glad you didn't let me leave.
So I guess we should probably talk about some of our releases,
yes.
Being as, Big Finish are known for our stories, for the love of stories, even. I actually re-listened to one of my favourite releases the other day, and it's Death and the Queen, which is a 10th Doctor and Donna Noble adventure, and it's on the first box set, Volume 1. And it was a really exciting time because at this point, David hadn't obviously returned to TV Who. Yeah. I mean, we now are hearing things, The basic premise, without giving too much away if you haven't heard it, and if you haven't heard it, you really should listen to it. Most of the time in that story, the Doctor has no idea what's going on. He is totally in the dark. He's just sort of bumbling about. But Donna really has to step up and kind of take charge.
Yeah.
She's making decisions. She's got this team of women around her, her maids, who, she's teaching them to read. She's doing all sorts of things, and ends up really saving the day. Yeah, the Doctor appears at the end and, says a few quips and helps out a bit. But
Does his thing.
But without Donna and the maids, there isn't... Everyone would have been demolished, and I really love that story. But it's also told with a lot of humour.
Yeah.
It's just a very, very funny story, but also, as I said, it really is Donna just getting things done, properly being the temp. Like, I'm here, I'm in this position. We got to fix stuff. He's wandering around riding a horse. I'll just get this done. We'll just get this sorted ourselves. We're not going to wait for the doctor to come and save us this time. So that's probably one of my favourite releases.
I think one of my favourite releases is definitely the Diary of a River song. I loved her in the TV show. She was such a badass. She was so cool. I wanted to be her when I was younger. And to come to Big Finish and see that we had a whole section for River Song, I was elated. I was over the moon.
I'm not going to lie, I still kind of want to be River Song.
I don't think that'll ever go away. So that is definitely one of my favourite releases. And then anything with David Tennant in it. He was the doctor I grew up watching on TV, and I think it goes for almost everyone that the doctor you watch when you grow up has a very special place in your heart.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Your doctor will always be your doctor.
Yeah.
It's like, that's why I love how much we've expanded on my doctor, Sylvester.
Yeah.
Sylvester McCoy, Seventh Doctor, is my doctor. And obviously the television show finished when I was just sort of really getting into it. And it was gone. And that was really sad. It was just gone. And then over the years, I managed to catch up on some earlier doctors because it was shown on sort of Saturday mornings and things on one of the BBC cable channels. It might have even been before Sky was a big thing. But then, I mean, with what we're doing and working with Sylvester and also Sophie Aldred, and his other companions, it's just brilliant because there's this whole new world of stories that I can just get involved with, which is great.
Yeah, it's really, really good. Yeah, I'd never heard of Big Finish. And when I was going to be starting as a temp, I was just kind of told, oh yeah, they do like Doctor Who stuff. They do sci-fi stuff, the Blake Seven. And I was like, oh, okay, that seems interesting. And yeah, then I joined and I think I spent the whole first day just wandering around the warehouse going, whoa.
I like that.
Yeah.
I want that one. That's a good one. I vaguely knew about them because I have some friends who were listening, and it was one of those things. I kept thinking, I must do that. I must do that. And then when I got the interview, I just went and bought a whole bunch of stuff. And listened to it all before I came for the interview, and I was like, yeah, this is a company I could definitely be involved with. I think I was heard to say something stupid like sci-fi and horror. What's not to like?
Through working here as well, my uncles are huge Doctor Who nerds. They love Doctor Who, and I don't think they'd heard of Big Finish either. But I kind of prodded them, and I was like, hey guys, you're really, really gonna like this. And yeah. For a couple of years now, I've been getting them Big Finish releases for Christmas and their birthdays, and yeah, it's just kind of...
So not only do they get to enjoy all the stories, but it just makes Christmas shopping so much easier.
Exactly.
That's for Uncle so-and-so, there we go for you.
Exactly, as I'm working, I can be like, yes, this one, or just pop those in my bag.
Yeah, I've got a couple of friends like that, and I'm just like, right, I know what I'm getting you for Christmas, it's all right, we're already sorted.
Yeah.
We should finish up because we do actually have work to do. So I'd like to say thank you for listening to us, and whatever you decide to do this International Women's Day, we wish you all the best, and just celebrate the achievements and keep working to move forward.
Yes, definitely. Thank you so much for all of the support. We wouldn't be here without everyone that listens to our stories. We love them as much as you do. And yeah, thank you so much.
Big Finish for the love of stories.
For the love of stories.